What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to answer the question: do you need miles on the Web Warriors or not? This is a question that has been plaguing my mind and even my YouTube channel for quite a long time, and the reason why is for two reasons. First of all, can we save gear by not investing in him? And other reason is, does his kit provide enough utility for the team in order to considering investing in him? But the first reason that I gave you, for me, is the most important one, because like always this game is a resource management game, and if you can save on not gearing up a character because you already invested on other characters in the past, and with those characters you can do the same job or somewhat similar to what you can do with a new character, so is there really a point on investing on this character? And that's the main reason why I didn't gear up Miles. As you can see, I have him with 7 yellow stars, 5 red stars, which is pretty decent, and in terms of ISO weight is pretty high, so it would be just a little bit grind to get him maxed out, because I've been farming controller ISO weight instead of brawler ISO weight, so he would be maxed out by now. So what he does provide? He provides some turn rewind, extending negative effects, disrupt on multiple targets. His passive doesn't really provide much. Some people like him because of the speed up. Yes, that's nice, but there are other sources of speed up. But it's a good point if you have like this redundancy to make sure that you always have. But because it's always on character dodge and the characters don't always dodge, it's not like it always works. So yeah, it's not like he's a bad character. He's a good character for this team, but is it really necessary? That's the thing. And there are other characters that we definitely had to invest in the past that might bring a similar utility to the team and might make us not having to gear up on this character. And some of these characters, for example, Symbiote Spider-Man, Phyla Vell. Is Phyla Vell good with the Web Warriors? Is Symbiote Spider-Man good with the Web Warriors? And the answer for both of those questions is yes. You have to play your turns a little bit differently, but they are still going to work fine. You'll still be able to one-shot all the nodes on the highest difficulty that we have available in the raids right now. So if we can avoid spending gear on these characters, that's going to be a big plus. And unfortunately, from all the Web Warriors that we have available, the least important one is Miles. Spider-Punk, because of his passive, he doesn't require a lot of gear, so it's not like you have to invest a lot in him. And his best ability is the ultimate, because if you fail to apply the ability block on Dr. Doom, you can still apply stuns, and then you will not be able to remove. So in case you are using OG Spider-Man or Symbiote Spider-Man, you will have 2 stuns for this situation. If you are using Phyla Vell, you only have 1 stun, but she has the barrier that can remove that pesky disrupt that is very problematic for this team. Now, one thing we have to say: whether we use Miles, Symbiote Spider-Man, Phyla Vell, Black Bolt, Anti-Venom, maybe not Invisible Woman, but whatever we do, this team can always lose, because if you are targeted by a character like Black Bolt with the unavoidable ability, they will destroy your characters. They can do enough damage to destroy your character, and it doesn't matter if you have dodge or defense up or whatever. If for some reason you are going down, yes, you are going down, and there is nothing you can do about it. And like I said, there is nothing you can do about it. Phyla Vell, Miles, Symbiote Spider-Man, none of them will fix that situation. The only thing that fixes that situation is for you to wail harder and have your characters with more red stars and more yellow stars. In this regard, both Phyla Vell and Symbiote Spider-Man help a little bit. Phyla Vell because of the barrier and because she can remove the negative effects from the allies. Symbiote Spider-Man because he gives everyone else 30% more HP, so that will give you a little bit higher chance of surviving, but 30% of 0 is still 0, so the 30% only becomes significant if your characters have enough HP for it to matter. But either way, we are going to take a look at the Web Warriors plus Symbiote Spider-Man against the boss node on the Doom Raids difficulty 3 and see how exactly it works out and if it's a good option or not. Okay, so here we are on the Doom 2.3 maximum difficulty, and my characters right now, I have most of them at level 85 except Spider-Punk, which is at level 80. I'm not sure, maybe it was level 75 here, but all of them are gear tier 15 except Spider-Punk, which is gear tier 14. 5 yellow stars, 5 red stars on Ghost Spider, 3 red stars, 3 yellow stars on Spider-Punk, 4 red stars, 4 yellow stars on Scarlet Spider, 7 red stars, 7 yellow stars on OG Spider-Man, and on Symbiote Spider-Man is gear tier 16 plus 7 yellow stars, 6 red stars. Right now I'm using Raider on most of them, but I'm experimenting as well to have Skirmisher on Ghost Spider and Scarlet Spider to see if that brings some kind of additional positive effects. But so far I have not experienced any difference with these different isolate. The only difference is that you can clear more easily the buffs from the enemies, of course. Okay, so let's get started and let's see how exactly this works out. And one thing that you have to have in mind is, depending on which characters you are using, you have to adapt a little bit the strategy of your team. Okay, so here we are using Raider, and because of that will take a little bit longer to remove this taunt. So if this is something that you struggle quite a lot, you might want to change the isolate from Scarlet Spider or Ghost Spider for Skirmisher. Okay, so here we apply the defense down on Red Guardian, we remove the taunt, and now we are ready to go after Dr. Doom. We got ability block there on Scarlet Spider. This is why it's important to always have a second plan, so you always want to have a stun and an ability block on different characters, so in case your character gets ability blocked, it will not affect your strategy. So you apply the trauma. If Ghost Spider would be ability blocked, thanks to the trauma we will be able to apply stun to Dr. Doom, and that would save us from the situation which you want to avoid as much as possible. Always remember that if Dr. Doom has deflect, you'll fail, whether it is the taunt, whether it is the stun, whether it is the ability block. So always pay attention to this. If he has the deflect, make sure you clear it first, and then you'll be able to finally apply the stun or ability block to make sure that is under control. So as you can see right here, we don't have many positive effects. We need to apply negative effects to the enemies to make sure that we replenish our positive effects. And like I mentioned before, the miles giving speed up, it's nice, but it requires your characters to dodge, and if the enemies are not attacking, you'll not be able to dodge. This is something that you need to realize. Some of these abilities only activate if you are attacked. So for the last 3 or 4 turns, we were not attacked, so we were not able to dodge. So we are finally able to dodge, and this is where the speed up will become more important. So here OG Spider-Man is not able to apply the speed up. Is it important? Is it something that you really need instead of the 30% more max health? Is up to you to decide. But as you can see, the damage that I'm taking from the team is very low, once again because we have all this additional HP. It's something that you just have to decide. Is the speed up enough? Is the HP enough for me to waste a ton of gear investing on a different character? And with Phyla Vell is the same thing. If you don't want to use Symbiote Spider-Man, maybe you don't have good red stars on him, you have Phyla Vell, she's also another good option. Another thing that you need to have in mind is Captain Sam. if he blocks, you'll not be able to stun him. It doesn't matter how much you have of focus, you can have 1 million of focus, but if he blocks, it's not gonna stick anyway. Okay, so as you can see, we have 1 minute left, and in my opinion this is pretty good, assuming that our web warriors don't have the highest yellow stars and red stars, so I think they are doing pretty fine. And once again, we are using Symbiote Spider-Man. As you can see, he has no positive effects on him. If you have Phyla Vell, she will have a defense up, the death proof, and she will have also the offense up. So she will do a lot more damage than Symbiote Spider-Man is doing right now. But in terms of control, Symbiote Spider-Man is a lot better. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you need Miles or not? It's really up to you. If you already have him geared up, of course you should use him. But keep in mind that the speed up, like I mentioned, the speed up it's only given to the character that dodges. If it was for the entire team, that would be a great addition. But because it's not the case, it doesn't have as much value as some people might say it has. So if you want to be smart, save your gear, don't invest in unnecessary characters. If you already have Phyla Vell, if you already have Symbiote Spider-Man, even if you want to bring Invisible Woman, this team has so much damage that it's not required to have the 5 web warriors all the time. So you have many options for the last slot. Saving gear is always the most important thing you can do, because the next wave of characters that will come next patch will be always better than the ones we had on this patch, and because of that, saving gear is extremely important. But yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like always, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.